Did you always know from those initial meetings that Rory was going to go, well, from sort of a reoccurring character really to a lead?
No, not at all. I mean, Stephen always said that was the plan, but he never ran it by me. I just always felt lucky to be there, to be honest, which I don't think is necessarily the best way to approach the job. But yeah, it's funny. We did these. We've been doing these like watch-alongs of a couple of episodes, and we did the 11th hour the other week, and I haven't watched it since it was on. And I don't know. My memory of it is so different. But I was watching it going, oh my God, this is great. Like, it's a really good bit of telly. It's like, and everyone's so good in it, and it's directed so well, and the script's so beautiful. And like, I got really emotional watching it, actually. I didn't expect that at all. It's very unnerving watching yourself do anything, but I think there's been enough time gone past to kind of look at it slightly objectively. But I looked at myself in that, kind of going, oh my God, what was I even thinking at that time? And I feel like a completely different person, because that was the beginning of this huge journey, and it changed my life completely. And no, I didn't know that I was going to be back a lot. I knew I was going to be in a few episodes, and they just kept, it's not even that they kept like asking me, they just kept writing me into scripts. So I just kept getting the scripts and going, oh, great. Like, it was never I didn't want to question it, because I didn't want to break the bubble. I didn't want them to go, oh no, you're leaving soon. So, but maybe that's my experience of it. And maybe there was a plan. Maybe I just forget. Maybe I've just forgotten being told that there was a plan. But yeah, that's my truth.
Have you tuned in at all since you left? Have you seen any of Capaldi or Jodie Whittaker?
I saw a little bit, not enough to kind of have a wonderful opinion on it. I mean, it was such an emotional thing. And I watched some of Matt's stuff afterwards. But that was kind of odd, watching his kind of stuff without us in. I think probably I'll go back and watch. I was really excited to watch some of Jodie's stuff, and I've watched bits of that, and I think she's brilliant. I think she's really brilliant, actually. But I haven't seen, like, I don't know what the arc is or any of that.
You worked with Jodie and David Tennant on Broadchurch.
Yeah.
Does Matt Smith get jealous when you see other doctors behind his back?
Yes, maybe. I don't know. Yes, probably. Probably. It's actually, do you know what's really nice about it? One of the nice things. I mean, it's all about the people, isn't it? So, like, we all meet up at these conventions, or or at some kind of event, or bump into each other at the theatre or whatever. And it's just a big family of hundreds and hundreds of actors, and we've all got the same thing in common. And it's really, I don't know, it's just really lovely. And we're all still in touch, which, you leave every job going, yeah, we're definitely going to stay in touch. And I've got like countless WhatsApp groups that are just silent from various TV jobs place. But I spoke to Matt the other day. I spoke to Alex and Karen, and we're all still very much in touch. So
I gather you've developed a friendship with one of the classic actors, at least one, with Sophie Aldred.
Oh, I love Sophie Aldred.
Everyone loves Sophie Aldred.
Oh, she's so great. I haven't seen her for ages, but whenever we see each other, it's really, really lovely. She's wonderful. Yeah.
So I assume you met at a signing event or a convention. You must be working together.
I think she came to see a play that I was in. We met at a thing, and then she came to see a play that I was in, and we've got some mutual friends and stuff. So yeah, she's lovely. Yeah, there's a whole world of people.
Now, a lot of people that have worked on Doctor Who over the years say the moment they really feel like they're on Doctor Who is when they get to work with the Daleks.
Yeah.
You got to work with every single Dalek ever in the Asylum of the Daleks. Did you play inside one?
I did, yeah. I stuck my nose in. I didn't get in, but they're so much fun. So kind of having not really been a fan, but being aware of it and liking it. When I got the job, I was like, oh, well, Daleks. So I did loads of research, and I actually bought, hang on, I've got it in my office here. So I got so excited when I started the job, and I couldn't tell anyone. And I was with my folks. Where's this from? I was with my folks and I was in Notting Hill and went into the book exchange, I think. And there was this bloke in there who worked in there. And it was when I found out I got the job and wasn't allowed to tell anyone, but I hadn't started. So I didn't, I didn't really know what was coming. But I went in to this shop and I found this book, right?
I used to have that.
Did you?
Yeah. In fact, go ahead.
It's really amazing. And I got really excited. I was with my mum, who was also really excited, but we couldn't tell anyone that I was in it. And, obviously I was just in a shop. I picked this up and I bought it. And the guy, I can't remember quite how the conversation went, but he kind of sniffed something and was like, "You're in the new series, aren't you?" And I was like, and I totally freaked out. And I bought this book, but he was like, I wish I knew who it was. He was like a soothsayer, but yeah, he sniffed. He really sniffed it out.
You smelt of Doctor Who.
I smelled Doctor Who. So I read this, and then I got really excited about working with Daleks, and I didn't get to work with them for ages. And then I had like 2 days with them just on my own. In that, and it's still one of my favourite. It's one of the bits. That bit where I'm just waking up and going through that odd kind of cemetery is still one of my favorite bits, and it's one of the bits I've seen more time. I think I've probably put it on my show reel or something, just because it's really fun. So I've seen it a few times. It was just one of my fondest days because they're so hilarious. The people who operate them and voice them, and it was really, really fun, and it felt like, oh, this is the day that I imagined it was always going to be like, and it totally lived up to my expectations.
Well, you just produced that piece of 1960s merchandise. There's a lot more nowadays. What is the coolest piece of merchandise that you've been associated with?
Oh, I don't know. So I don't know if you can, I won't show you too much because it's but I'm in my office/music room, and I've got, I don't know if you can see, but people make things. I'm just trying to make sure there's nothing incriminating. So I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
Someone's made a Rory next to the champagne. Someone's made a Centurion Rory figure up there.
Oh, and you've got one of those bobblehead things as well. Yeah, shelf below.
And then I collect people have knitted me as well, which is kind of very odd. It's like the official stuff's great, but it's the stuff that people go, I've spent 5 hours making this of you, and it's kind of odd, isn't it, that happens? But I have kept all of them because it's like, it's really sweet. It's really nice. But
I look on the shelf.
Oh,
I've got a Tom Darvill action figure.
That's great. It kind of slightly doesn't look like me, but they did do a scan of my face, so maybe my face actually does look like that. But there was when that came out, they sent me the proofs of it, and at first, that I do have quite a small head, in size, but it was the same body, but they put this like tiny head on top, so it looked like one of the Koopa Troopers from the Mario movie, where they get their head shrunk, and they were like, "Can you approve this?" And I was like, "No, I can't. I think as much as my head is small, can we just make the head a little bit bigger?" And there was this whole back and forth about making my head bigger.
It looks perfectly normal.
Oh, thank you. It's good.
Although I've got to confess, I can't believe I confess this. It did live on my shelf for a while in a very compromising position with my John Barrowman action figure. So I apologise.
I apologise. Well, I mean, having spent a lot of time with John, I think everyone's in a compromising position, John, at various points.
Yeah, at some point. I'm going to ask you about another guest performer, David Williams, who came.
Oh, yeah. With you. He was great. I mean, it was very odd because I didn't meet him out of his prosthetic. He had this huge prosthetic on. So until we all went out for a drink one night. It was the first time we'd kind of hung out when he didn't have his prosthetic on. So it was kind of odd. It felt like meeting him again. But I mean, talk about someone who's kind of having to deal with fame. So it's filmed in Cardiff, and we all tried to go out for a drink. And he's taller than everyone. He's recognised by absolutely everyone in the street, and he's the nicest man in the world. So he just shook everyone's hand and had pictures with everyone. We actually didn't speak to him the whole night because he spent the whole night just being really courteous and lovely to loads of fans. So I actually kind of didn't get to hang out with him that much because he has to deal with this kind of whole level of fame that I'd never really seen in anyone before. But he was really fun. It was really fun to work.
Well, I'm going to ask you 2 more questions to finish off. And these are both things that I found on your Wikipedia page that I thought, really?
Okay, maybe lies.
One, yeah, they're nice ones, but you collect taxidermy.
I don't know why that's not. So I think I don't. I have like a little bit of taxidermy. I don't collect taxidermy.
Okay.
For a while, me and Kian and Richard used to buy each other either inappropriate or slightly presents that maybe other people wouldn't approve of, but we would enjoy. So and then for a while we bought each other dead animals, which I kind of look back now and go, oh, maybe that's bad. But yeah, I used to have various bits, and then we had a moth infestation in our old flat, and they all kind of went, and it feels a bit better. But no, I don't collect taxidermy. Okay. I've got a couple of choice. I've got a badger that was shot in 1953 by someone called T. Watkins. But if you read it, the dot's slightly off, so it says Twatkins, which is the reason why I like the thing. But yeah.
I'm so glad I asked you that question. Okay, last one, because this is quite bizarre as well. You were this year working on a concept album with Kate Mulgrew, as in Catherine Janeway from Star Trek.
Was I?
Wikipedia, it's brilliant.
What does it say on Wikipedia? Hang on, let's look this up. Let's Google myself. Hang on. Oh, I know what that is. Is it my phone? I've turned my phone off because is it the zoological thing?
Yes.
Oh, that's brilliant. So this amazing comedian writer called Vicky Stone, who has written this musical that is sung by all these animals in a zoo. And I play a panda who is trying desperately, this panda couple are trying desperately to conceive, but they're having real trouble. But we did it all remotely. So we all recorded our stuff individually. So we didn't kind of, we never all met up, but there's some amazing people involved in that who I've never met. But yeah, maybe there'll be a lot more of that kind of work now. Just all of us working in our houses. It all seems very strange.
Yeah, very strange. Are you finding that you're managing to do any audio work? Are there any projects that are happening during this strange period?
Yeah, I've done a play. There was an online play commissioned for Headlong Theatre Company, written by Tim Price, that I've done, directed by Jeremy Herrin, which should be coming out on the BBC next week or the week after, at some point in May. And then I've set, because I write music and I've got this kind of studio room. I've got a load of voice stuff, so I've been doing bits of voice work. And kind of trying to kind of set up a system of, doing as much as possible from home, but it's pretty tricky. I don't know. Everyone I know is kind of created their own vocal booth with duvets, and in fact, Kian does the voice of of one of the characters in a PS4 game, or it's on lots of platforms. But this game, Borderlands 3, he's Zane, who's like a very kind of gruff Irish, and so Cian does the voice of him, and so he's been doing bits of voiceovers in his house under a duvet, which is quite funny.
Yeah, Midlands Today did a big piece the other day showing all the cast of The Archers recording from home with duvets over their heads.
Wow.
The same as well.
It's really funny. The BBC radio department sent out this document on how to record at home, and it is like basically make a fort and make sure it's quiet. It's
a torch.
Really funny. Really funny.
Well, actually, I did say this last two questions. I'm going to ask you one more thing. We strayed into Brummie territory. You worked with the amazing Mark Williams. Yes. Your dad. Did you two bond over Birmingham?
Do you know what? It was great. We did bond over Birmingham, and we bonded over a love of curry as well. And
it was all 2 minutes away from my house.
Absolutely. I mean, some amazing. Oh God, Birmingham curry. When this all ends, I'm going straight back to Birmingham for a curry. I tell you. We had a real laugh actually, and he's so funny, and I've been a fan of his for years. You know, all the Fast Show stuff, and you know that was such a big part of my growing up, and I was just really pleased that I got a Brummie dad. And yeah, I didn't kind of like fan all over him, but I was like, I'm going to make you my mate. We haven't stayed in touch, but I'm sure we'd be very nice if we did see each other. But we just used to go out for curries, which was really lovely.
So we got to meet Rory's dad several times. Never any mention of his mum. Did you discuss what happened there?
No, there was never any. I can't. It's so long ago. I can't remember. I'm sure we made a decision because we're thorough, but I can't remember. I'm going to look that up. Actually, I've got all the scripts. Maybe I'll have a look.
Because I was thinking the other day actually that if they'd brought the mother character in as well, do you know who'd have been really good at playing your mum?
Who?
Your mum.
Yeah, she's really good. She's really good at that. My parents. They'll hate. Maybe they won't hate me for saying that. So during lockdown, my parents have been recreating film trailers in their back garden with a camera, and they've gone pretty epic. I'm not quite sure how healthy it is, but my mum's got my dad acting, so they've done a few different film trailers so far. They're getting long as well. Like I think they're going to make some kind of, but I'm sure if they put them out on YouTube, I'll send you a link.
Okay.
Well, Mum saying that she's going to at some point. So yeah, they're really brilliant.
And on that note,
they are actually, watching my dad acting is really great. He really goes for it, and I'm really proud of him.
Well, this has been a pleasure. Really good catching up with you. We should do this again sometime.
Catching up. Yeah, absolutely.
And if once lockdown's over and you come to Ladypool Road for a curry, text me.
I will indeed.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You take care of yourself.
Cheers, John. Lovely to talk to you.
And you.